My van at the RTR parking lot. The RTR parking lot at the baseball field in Quartzsite Community Center. 2022 RTR. All these vehicles at the RTR. Coming up to the free area. If you need anything or you have anything extra, you can drop it off. If you need anything, you might be able to pick it up here. They have food.
Before I did some of the things I do.
At
my
the
first
RTR.
night out in the RV. I quit my job getting an RV. I've been watching the cheap RV living videos and heard about Walmart camping. So on the way to across the country, hear what's going on in your campsite. That's the general rule, both in campgrounds and out in the wild. Noise, talking, music, stuff should not be heard outside your campsite.
And somebody just came up to us in the break and pointed out, if you're parked so close to somebody's little green potty tent and you can hear the struggle they're having with the Taco Johns they ate yesterday, you're too close.
And if you do need to run your generator and you are at a rest area, go by the reefers or at the truck stops. Go by the reefer trucks. They're already running.
And everybody hates them anyway. Even the bull haulers won't park next to them.
Yeah, so nobody will notice you making your little noise. You'll be fine. What else is noisy? Dogs.
Dogs. Dogs are always a big thing. I'm a dog lover. I have several. In fact, my dog was just screaming and my friend took him for a walk. Dog barking, excessive dog barking. I allow my dogs to tell me when there's an issue, and then I quiet them. The other thing is, you yelling at your dogs to shut up is nearly as annoying as your barking dog.
Sometimes worse.
Sometimes worse.
They make collars for that.
So for her?
Yes, for Jamie.
I prefer the citronella. Well, actually, I like the shock collar, but there are devices that will quiet your dog. And I don't want to shock my dog. I use a citronella collar, or I have a thing called a Barks box that you point and shoot, and it just emits a high-pitched noise that only they can hear, and it grabs their attention. And the nice thing about the Barks box is you can do it to other people's dogs.
The barking dog I had, remember Zoe?
Don't do it at night.
I do it at night. I did learn my lesson. There was a thing on the one of the Facebook chatter forums slamming people who roll in at 2 in the morning with their brights on. I did not know that offended people because I have been doing it because I wake up at noon and then I like to drive until 2 in the morning. And I used to do that. I learned that. I have learned that if I come into Quartzsite at 2 in the morning, I park on Plamosa Road where I can just pull right off the road and sleep that first night before exploring the LTVA to find my spot. And then when you do come into the desert camping areas, there's so much room. There is no excuse for coming in and parking right on top of somebody who's already there. We should talk about personal space.
Well, and most people do tend to like to keep close. We're a herd community. But you can be a herd that's spread out.
We got a big old range here. We don't have to be on top of each other. So someone rolls in on you, you got different ways that you can approach that. You can try the direct approach. It's like, I parked out here because I wanted to be alone and I'm already set up. Before you get set up, do you mind moving out a ways? That works most of the time. You can try the more passive aggressive. You can be a shit sandwich that we talked about earlier, or my other favorite thing to do, because I'm passive aggressive level expert, is chain smoking Eeyore. You go out there, you get out your stale Oreos, throw a little whipped cream on them, and you go out there and you say, I made us a snack. I'm so glad you're here. The last people I were camping with left it in the middle of the night. I don't know where they went. He was supposed to help me with my solar. Do you know anything about solar? And you will eat their dust as they are leaving. And on the other side of that, if someone brings Oreos covered in whipped cream, maybe you're the problem.
And be open to that.
Right.
Yes, if we're going to give feedback to others, we have to be willing to receive it. I want some whipped cream later, by the way.
And sometimes, too, the other approach I use is a little more subtle. You know, I've had a really bad week. My dog died. My boyfriend left me and my radio volume button won't turn down. And I just don't have the mental bandwidth to move. And you just back it up a little bit.
And sometimes people are going to come up on you and stay there anyway. So then what do?
You're on
You
wheels.
leave.
You can leave.
Drive away.
Or you can get on the phone and passively aggressively talk about them in front of them when they can hear you.
I cannot believe that this person is 10 feet from my bumper.
I can smell their sewer. Give them some happy camper, for God's sake.
But you got to be careful and watch out for some gray areas. It all goes back to communication. Especially out here, and this actually came up on the Facebook forums in Quartzsite again last night. There's supposed to be a first come first serve rule here in the desert spots, but you get your I got here first people, but you also got my family and I have been coming to this perfect little peninsula of desert sand against the wash with the pretty tree every year for the last 5 or 10 years. This is where we have our family reunions. This has been our spot every year. Oh, we didn't make it last year. It was COVID. They believe it's theirs. You're there first, or if you're the one who's there first, it should be kind of yours. But the fact is, it is not illegal for somebody to camp 15 feet away from you, I believe is the BLM rule. It's too short. Whatever that number is, it's too close.
Right.
But it's legal. So
Do you really want to be in the middle of their family reunion? Maybe they have music you don't like. Maybe they play the trombones.
Maybe they own a 90-minute video of wide open lawnmower.
Or home videos.
So you're just going to have to make a decision. Go talk to them and, use the approaches Jamie mentioned, or the shit sandwich that she mentioned from the 10 o'clock. But they don't legally have to do it in that case if they're far enough away from you that they're legally far enough away.
Sometimes it's just less stressful to move.
And it's just like the generator, the people who come out to that spot to use their generator versus the people who came out to that spot to get away from the generators. Talk to each other. If you don't like it, just move.
Always with kindness.
And if you're the one coming in and you haven't unpacked yet, it makes sense for you to be the one to move. You haven't unloaded your stuff. It only takes you a few seconds. There's plenty of room out here. Plenty.
We didn't think we had to tell you to put your fire out, but last night when we all went out to smoke, there was our unattended campfire because all of our campmates, not the people here today, but the other ones, burning there. It's like newbies, including my very own husband. So,
Newbies.
got a lecture this morning for breakfast, and I put his fire out for him.
If you get up for a pee break in the middle of the night and you see that fire reignited, you thought it was out, just go put it out. Take a shovel, stir it around, throw water on it, pee on it, whatever you gotta do. Oh, and by the way, onion peels, eggshells, orange peels, nut shells, those are not fertilizer. I keep seeing those in fire pits. Again, I work in a national forest. I'm a campground manager. Those things are the next camper. You're not leaving them a present. They don't want to see
They
that.
want. I don't know why the desert sun preserves food, but makes me look like this. You know?
But, you know, the off-roaders and the razors and stuff, I was that kid. I did it. You don't, if you're not the camper, you're...
He does the wrong things at first and then learns.
I was 15. I didn't care.
Well, we're coming up on the burning van. They're going to burn this van on January 29th at those coordinates right there. But it's a little wooden van they made, and everybody comes along and signs it. Then we have the wall of needs. If you need something, just fill it out on a 3x5 card and put it up here. They provide the cards. I put an ad up yesterday for a sketch artist. And I don't see it. Oh, there it is. It's still there. And they have the will provide over there, but there's a bunch of people by it. A little more of the burning van. That's Burning Van 2022. The RTR is clearing out for the day. I'm going to go pick up my chair and take it home, or to my home in the van. And then I'm going to head out. So I'll go see Louie from Rolling Earthship. Here it is, clearing out, dying down for the day. Somebody will be here till about 4, but all the lectures are over. Hello, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. It's lovely to meet you. Let me taste this.
How's my hair? How's my hair, okay?
Your hair is brilliant.
I'm with Louie in his camp. He's cleaning his Dutch oven lid right now, seasoning it again.
Organic oil in here. Bite him, Rocky. Bite him. I've been trying to figure out, is it karaoke or...
I think it's a duet.
Okay.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
because I hear the harmony of two people singing.
Oh, he's not a bread dough. If it was a sausage, you'd be in trouble.
A perfect end to a perfect day in the Arizona desert. I'm at camp with a few friends. There's Kaimani. The sun has set, and I'm gonna sit down and have dinner with some good friends and relax for the evening. Enjoy the desert one more evening. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you all have a good day. This is the Moonrise, January 19th, 2022. Quartzsite, Arizona. The Moonrise over the mountain on Plumosa Road.